job, which is the auction chair. So for those of you in Rotary that know, it's like co-chairs don't show up to meetings a lot of times. It's the Pat show again tonight. Cody, thanks for showing up. Just want to welcome you to our, let's see, this is our 7th North Scout Rotary Rallies for Youth event. Nathan Kessler, you called me, it's on silent, thanks. Pulled that trick before. That's not staged, by the way, he does that like every once a month. I ignore his call every time. So, knock me off, thank you. Yeah, anybody else want to call me? Jeff, anybody? Just want to say thanks for everyone for being here. We took last year off to be 100% virtual due to the pandemic and everything, and yet we still had a very successful online virtual event, but it is great to see 377 people getting in a room supporting our community. So we have a round of applause for that. We started planning this in November, and by planning it I mean we looked at the venue, and then we didn't do anything. And then in January we said we got to get going on this, and Governor Reynolds called and said we'd like Governor Reynolds to come speak at your club next Friday. And we said okay, no problem, we'll have you come. And she showed up the week after because she got sick, so she booked it the next week. So we lost 2 weeks of planning. So this whole event was put on in 5 weeks. Which is pretty impressive, which also shows what North Scout Rotary is truly about, which is coming together to raise money for our community. And I mentioned that we couldn't do this without some help from people, so I'm going to do this. I've not done this in like 6 years, so prepare to get embarrassed. Cody Allen, raise your hand. Jeff Ashcraft, wherever you went, raise your hand. Josie Seymour, Josie Kokite, it's been like 2 years, sorry. Deanna Jensen-Valier, Mindy Leahy. Carolyn Scheib and Jeff Martins couldn't be here. That's the team that really worked behind the scenes to put this whole thing on. So can we please give them a big round of applause? Closer to the mic, no volume. You can't go any louder? I can go louder. All right. So, I think I just turned the volume up. I didn't do anything. Thank you to the setup crew. We showed up here. Everything that was set up today was set up in about 2 hours. So if you're on the setup crew, thank you very much. Thank you to the other volunteers who are working throughout the night. And thank you to Rhythm City. I did not see Barbara. She is wearing red, and I don't see her. Barbara Toft, if you've not met her, she is fantastic to work with, and she put a lot of this on for us behind the scenes for Rhythm City. Can we please give the staff at Rhythm City a big round of applause? We're setting records to a certain degree this year. One of the records that we set, we raised $33,000 in corporate and individual and family sponsorships, which is about, $8,500 more than we've ever raised before. So to all of our sponsors, I'd like to give you a big round of applause, and then we're going to hear from our gold sponsors. All right, so for those of you that don't know what Rotary is, for those of you that don't know what North Scout Rotary is, I'm going to tell you just a little bit about it, and then we're going to get going on with this program. So Rotary is a collection of 1,200,000 people across the globe. I can't tell you how many clubs there are, I can't tell you all that stuff. I'm sure you can find some of those stats out. But we are a collection of business owners, leaders, community people who truly believe in service above self. And I mentioned on the video that this year's theme is Serve to Change Lives. And in a world that we are living in currently, where there's conflict overseas, and there shouldn't be, but there is, when there's hunger in our own backyard, when there's political divide all over the place, Rotary is a beaming light. Rotary shows up every day. And North Scout Rotary, why it's so endearing to us, is because of everything that I just said before. 5 weeks this event gets put on. It's Rich Gallinghorst going down to Kentucky and helping with tornado cleanup. It's Merle Anderson making sure that the orphanage in Uganda is fully funded for all the kids there. It's John Maxwell who has all the Rotary reads and all the people that are continuing to read for us. It's all the pictures that you see up here of all the great things that we do. It's Kelly Meyer, Special Olympics. I'm going to miss people, so I do apologize. It's all of the people within North Scout Rotary that continue to show up, continue to do all the amazing things that we do. And it's from all the money that we raise tonight that allows us to do all those things. Sending kids through scholarships to school. We also do that by having a lot of fun. I once heard Brad Bird say something about, to be a North Scout Rotary, you got to really care about helping people, and you can't have thick skin because we're going to rib each other. It's very true. You're going to hear a little bit of that later, I'm sure, between those two guys. But Rotary, we meet every Friday at noon at the Steeplegate. We have a lot of fun in our meetings. We do a lot of good. We also have big-time speakers. And when I say big-time speakers, Governor Reynolds reached out to us, and I think this is really cool. She reached out to us and we said, it's a bummer that you got sick, maybe next time. And she said, I want to come to North Scott Rotary. And I went, that's kind of weird. She goes, we've heard a lot about your club, we want to be there. So North Scott Rotary is doing things not only here locally, we're doing things across the state. Sorry for the Bettendorf, Moline, Davenport Rotarians that are here. I looked right at Scott now and I'm like, booyah.
That can hurt a little bit, I'm going to be honest.
Yeah. There you go, see? Anyway, North Scott Rotary continues to excel every single year. This year, by the way, will be the first time in over 20 years that our club will be over 100 members. How about that? And what's cool is we have the 99th and the 100th prospective member who are going to be joining in the room with us tonight, so that's even cooler. Oh yeah, Michelle, Justin, saw you guys in here.
Jason Mueller. I'm sponsoring Jason Mueller right now.
101, hey. You can have him. Just kidding, Jason. 100 members, right? So 100 members doing all the good within our community and across the globe.
We can have him removed.
Please, announcers. One of the cool things that we did this year is we focused on a few groups of people that we thought needed our support, people that we hadn't been reaching out to. We reached out to underprivileged youth, we reached out to people with disabilities, we reached out to seniors and for scholarships. But coming into this year, we went through a very bad period of time, and we're still going through it, with a lot of civil unrest and a lot of disrespect for a lot of groups of people that we typically don't hear from through Rotary clubs and other things. I reached out to the Chief of Police in Davenport, Paul Sikorsky, and I said, hey, can you help us partner with a project? And his response back to me was, I hope we'll have some extra time. And I said, what do you mean? And he said, well, a lot of times, our guys and girls who leave the force during the day go home to just decompress. He said, it's really brutal out there. And I thought, in Davenport? I mean, you see it on the news in big cities, but in Davenport, he said, it's really bad. I said, what can we do to help? And he said, I'm not sure. I said, can we bring you lunch? And he said, that would be great. Our police officers and our staff would love lunch. So I took that back to a Rotary meeting, and you talk about the power of North Scott Rotary. I stood up there and I said, can we just provide lunch once? Can we find one sponsor to provide this lunch? And I had about 14 hands go up saying, I'd like to sponsor a lunch. We've so far done, I think, 9 of them. We continue to do them once a month to continue to show our support for a group of people who we think deserve appreciation. So coming into tonight, we had some tickets that were left over, and we said to the Davenport Police Department, hey, would you guys like these tickets? And I'm really proud to say, Officer Andrew Harris, Officer Eric Gruenhagen, Officer Lee Gruenhagen, here with us. Thank you for being here. Now, for those of you like Ryan Varner who know me about, I'm going to put you on the spot randomly. I didn't mean to do that to you guys, but thank you very much. And talk about the appreciation. Sitting in a room stand up was pretty awesome. So thank you for all that you do for our communities. So with that, we are going to continue to do amazing things in our community, and we're going to continue to do them because of what we do right now. I heard Dr. Brad Burt last year say that we believe people who dream big act now. North Scout Rotary is full of a bunch of dreamers, and we're going to act now. And we're going to do that first by doing 50-50. We're going to show somebody that they're going to have a lot more money in their pocket to not go to the roulette table yet, but hopefully bid on some items. So, Sarah Dirks, it is now my honor, privilege, something like that, to call a few people up to get this show on the road. I'm going to ask Dr. Bradley Burke, Cody Allen, and our auctioneer, Scott Bowman. I thought you'd be standing up here like they were. You're still way back there. So while you're walking out, I'm also going to say this. John Maxwell is a caller. John's going to be up front. Michelle Darlin's caller, going to be in the back. Keep pointing with my pen, sorry, in the back. Nathan Kessler, down in front, up here. And Kelly Meyer. We got a chair ready for you to stand on, right back there. So as you bid tonight, raise your hand. They're going to start yelling, hooting, hollering, doing all those things. And Scott, whenever he gets up here, there he is. You know, you talked about this being like your 20th year. You're getting old, man.
All the time.
So Scott's going to be on this side. Cody, Brad,
We got you, big guy.
take her away.